for this live stream. I am not sure if we're going to have good service inside of the building behind me, but the building behind me is the town hall of the town of Groton, Connecticut. For those of you who haven't seen it everywhere, I was unlawfully arrested, as well as my cameraman, unjustly arrested for the charges of voyeurism, criminal trespass, and breach of the peace, for simply knocking on a public official's door, asking questions about an $80,000 overtime for a desk job. Sergeant Bryan Fahey of the Connecticut State Police has assaulted me a total of 3 times now, violated my constitutional rights a total of 3 times, and he is still working according to the Connecticut State Police, and he's still on active duty, facing no consequences as per usual. But behind me is the Groton Town Hall, and I wanted to come here with all of you to ask some questions, because the police department put out a statement, the Connecticut State Troopers put out a statement that they hold their troopers to the highest standard. I mean, really? You're really gonna tell the public that you hold your troopers to the highest standard? What a lie. And then the Groton Police Department said that the state's attorney's investigating it, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is a good point that a lawyer made, is that when the police get into some controversy and they break the law, what do? They shut up. They shut up and wait for their lawyers to speak for them. We'll have no further comment on this time, at this time, refer you to the state's attorney's office. So we should all take note that law enforcement officers, even when they're in trouble and they break the law, they shut up and they do not speak publicly. I have no fear about speaking publicly because I did nothing wrong. This was a travesty, an injustice. I was arrested, my innocent cameraman arrested unlawfully by the Groton Police Department, and I haven't heard anything from the government here in Groton. So I'm back here in Groton, Connecticut, to ask some questions. So please hit the like button and share this video anywhere you can. We're gonna see if we can get some answers from the government here in Groton, Connecticut. See if they have anything to say. We have to have our head on a swivel because Sergeant Bryan Fahey lives in this area, and you never know, he might try and do something crazy. Let's see. I hope not. The unhinged individual he is. Town manager is on the upper level. Let's see. John Burt is the town manager. We're also going to do some FOIA requests for some internal communications. Tax collections over here. Let's see. Right, zero accountability. I see the chat, guys. Town clerk, we'll go over there to do our FOIA request. Want to see if we can manager. I should have wore a spit guard to protect me from unwanted bodily fluids. You know, it's a real tragedy. I won't know if I contracted any sort of diseases or HIV or anything like that for 6 months. Emotionally traumatizing. Hi, how are you?
Can I help you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
I was looking to speak with the town manager.
So their office is upstairs.
Upstairs? Thank you. All right, thank you. Upstairs. Yes, ma'am.
There's an elevator over there. You can go to the exit sign and up the stairs.
Thank you. All right, I appreciate it. Look, we're going in the so there's an elevator to take us up. I don't want to lose the stream though. Is there like a stairway? Is the only way to get upstairs?
You can take the stairs. You can go there and then take the stairs to the left.
Okay, thank you. I don't want to lose service in the elevator. They might cut the power. You never know with these people. We got 3,200 of you watching. Hit the like button, please. Share this video. Accounting and purchasing and the town manager. Very small office here. Did they already call her and tell her to leave? So this is the town manager of Groton's office, John Burt. Yeah, I got to keep my eyes open, that's for sure. Hey, how are you, sir?
How are you?
Are you the town manager?
I am.
Hi, John Burt?
Yes.
John Burt, nice to meet you. My name is Sean Paul
Hey,
Reyes.
nice to meet you.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I came to Groton because I'm not sure if you're familiar with the incident that happened on July 11th.
Yes.
Yeah, so I haven't heard any comment from the town government here on what was being done to investigate or handle the matter properly, and so I just wanted to see if you guys had any comment on the situation.
Being an ongoing matter, I have to let the process play out. It is being looked at, but I'm not authorized to comment.
Is it being looked at by?
I'm not able to comment.
You're not able.
Sorry, no.
You're not able to comment on even who it's being. Are you looking into it? Is the town council looking into it?
Again, I've got to leave it there. So.
Okay. Is there any other information that you could provide to me as what's going on with?
Not
Because
at
I
this
lost
time.
my freedom, sir. I lost myself, my cameraman who was just doing a job. We lost our freedom, and for exercising our First Amendment right, just what I'm doing now, questioning public officials, questioning power, and we lost our freedom. I had my face, a trooper spit in my face. The Groton Police Department charged me with all types of insane crimes, voyeurism. Seems like a cover-up, and they were protecting the trooper. And the people want answers to these kind of questions.
I'm sure you know that when these things happen, there is a legal process that.
But
has to be
there's a
followed.
legal process,
Yeah.
and then there's doing what's right, sir. There's doing what's right.
There's no escaping the legal process. We have to let that play out.
All right, do you have a card or anything?
Yeah, I have to get it. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem. It's really not a good look for the city. It's a town, not a city. The town of Groton. I believe the city of Groton is a completely different entity, but the town of Groton. So this is John Burt, the town manager. Will this be brought up at any town meetings? You have a meeting tonight, right?
Yes, it's not on the agenda.
It's not on the agenda for tonight's meeting.
No.
Is it? How do I propose something to be on the agenda? How do I want to speak to somebody. Do you have a mayor here?
Yes, we have a mayor who runs the council meetings. The day-to-day and operations are done by me.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's why I wanted to speak to you, the day-to-day and everything like that. So you could put it on the agenda, could you not?
Again, we're not gonna do anything till it finishes, till we get through the process, at least further through the process.
But what's further to the process? It happened. It's on video, John.
There
You
are
could
legal
see it.
processes. No, I'm sorry, that's all I have to say today. You're welcome to stay here, but I have nothing more to say, but.
All right. Well,
I
I'll
do
be at the
appreciate
I'll be at the meeting. And listen, I appreciate you coming out and at least facing me. I do appreciate that. But I'll be at the meeting. I hope that that you bring this up on an agenda item so we can discuss this. I mean, it's got to be talked about. At the end of the day, this was an injustice that happened in your town.
Again, potentially once we get through the process, but I do appreciate your time coming in. I'm certainly.
Thanks, John.
Yes,
Thanks for your time.
sure.
Yep.
Have a good day.
I'll see you later. So there is a community meeting. There is a Groton meeting tonight. I will be going live to broadcast that to all of you. John seemed nice enough. I don't know, man. It's just a travesty. The travesty would happen to the town of Bryan. Because not only did Sergeant, almost fell. Not only did Sergeant Fahey spit in my face, disgusting, could have gave me HIV. I don't know what he has. I have no idea. No idea what type of diseases this sick individual has. It's traumatized my family, my wife, brother, sister, mother. Imagine my mother watching that video. Imagine everybody was scared for life. I just didn't want to get shot. At the end of the day, I didn't want to get shot. Let's see if we could do a FOIA request. I think that would be at the town clerk. I don't know, land records or this one. So let's try this one. Hey, sorry. Thank you for pointing that out to me. And I just wanted to know, is this the office where I would do a FOIA request?
We have forms that you can fill out.
Yeah.
And you would submit it.
Uh-huh. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Let's fill this out together, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to request is any internal communications between the town manager, really anybody in the town of Groton's government, and the police department regarding this matter. Let's see here. From July 11th, 25 to July 22nd, 25. They can just email. It's fine. It's cheaper that way. And then we have any communications internal by any member of the town government with the police, Groton, or amongst themselves. Regarding the arrest, unlawful arrest of Sean Paul Reyes, or any mention, communications. I have some updates. Stay tuned, guys. I got some updates regarding court, regarding everything. I got some updates regarding the court case and everything else. My attorney. So I'll go outside in a minute. Eleventh arrest. All right, we're done. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. You could just email it if it exists. I don't know if it exists. Just communications regarding the arrest that happened, and you could just email to that email if it exists. I don't know if it exists, but just wanted to put that in there.
I just want to make so you're.
Any communications between town employees and the police department or amongst each other regarding Sean Paul Reyes, any mention of Sean Paul Reyes, the incident. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we get some request very powerful tools. I'm not going to make the same mistake this time and record front facing. I'm sure the haters will love that one. But anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting out of the town hall here in Groton, Connecticut. There is a meeting later tonight, I believe at 6:30, We the People. We do have the trucker hats now, just so you guys know, at Long Island Audit Store. You guys have been asking for that. But I want to give you guys updates on what's going on. As you can see, Groton, Connecticut is my new home. When injustice happens, I will continue to fight for justice, for accountability, and for transparency. So we're outside of the town hall here in Groton, and we did a FOIA request. We just spoke, as you just watched, we spoke with the town manager, John Bird. There is a meeting tonight that I will be attending. Leroy from Leroy Truth Investigations will also be there. I appreciate his support. We're going to ask the tough questions. We're going to want to get answers. You know, he says there's a legal process to play out. You mean an illegal process? I'm currently being maliciously prosecuted. I was unlawfully arrested by the Groton Police Department for voyeurism. Get that through your head, everybody. voyeurism, a sex crime, voyeurism, criminal trespassing, and breach of the peace, which it's clear on video I did none of those crimes. I committed none of those crimes. Let's be clear. Your eyes aren't lying to you. The Groton Police Department's lying to you. Sergeant Bryan Fahey, the Connecticut State Police Department, is lying to you. Your eyes aren't lying to you. They were, oh, nothing to see here. Let's let the process play out. What process is there? There is no process. There's only injustice and justice. And we will seek justice everywhere we have to go. We have to go to the Groton Town Hall. We have to knock on some more people's doors, as good journalists do, and ask the tough questions. We will. Rights. It affects us. Away with this with me and my poor cameraman. I ask for all your donations and support. I appreciate it. I just hired the best attorney in Connecticut. I've worked with him before. He handled my Danbury trial. His name is Steven Seeger. I hired his law firm to represent me as well as my cameraman. Thank you so much for all of your support. The process is the punishment, and they wanted to financially drain me. And now we have the best lawyers in Connecticut. Look him up, Steven Seeger. He wrote the book on the law of Connecticut. You could see him in my trial. I'll leave a playlist in the description below. Absolutely amazing attorney. I know with him having my back, we will beat these charges, whether it takes going to trial or they drop them on their own. Speaking of charges, I will be arraigned on felony voyeurism. Felon voyeurism. That carries up to 5 years in prison, if I'm not mistaken. Criminal trespassing and breach of the peace. I will be arraigned this Friday, July 25th. Here not in Groton, in New London Superior Court. I'll leave the address in the description. I'm asking anybody in the area, anybody who can come, to come out and support. Let's pack the courtroom. Let's fill it up. Let's attorney New London, Connecticut, that we people are watching his every move. We are watching your actions. We are watching this malicious prosecution. We the people. I don't always just wear we the people stuff. I want it to get into our brains. I want it to really resonate with each and every one of us here in America and internationally. I know I have a lot of international supporters. And internationally, we the people means the people that are together here trying to fight against the people with the so-called power because they were elected to a position. We have to hold power to account. It's so important. We need to show them we're all divided left, right. It's about, ladies and gentlemen, it is not about left or right. It's about dividing us and keeping us distracted while they hoard all the power. And they violate our rights. You see it every day in the news. Police officers being more aggressive. Police officers murdering people. No due process. Wake up. We cannot allow tyranny to take hold of our country. We cannot. And if we let them slide with this, a lot of the bootlickers will say and do anything to protect their masters. And they'll say, well, why did he knock on his door? Well, why is he getting $80,000 in overtime? I knocked on his door to ask a question. He can't just break the law. I don't know if that's one of you guys watching right now. If it is, hey, how are you? Thanks for honking the horn and coming to see me. But again, we're at the Groton Town Hall here in Connecticut. Later on tonight, I will be at the meeting in Groton, Connecticut. There's a meeting at 6:30 p.m. There were some people, I want to say thank you to Constitution State, a lot of people that have been protesting outside of the Groton Police Department. If you go watch those videos, you'll see Bryan Fahey's wife giving them the middle finger, his son, them harassing the protesters. Again, I respect their First Amendment right, but how could you defend a man? I understand he's your husband and he's your dad, but he spit in my mouth, in my face. He spit in my mouth, in my face. My mother had to watch that video. My wife had to watch that video. My brother, my sister. He pulled a gun on me for asking a question. For asking a question about his $80,000 in overtime. His base pay is $120,000. He's getting 60 what? I'm not a mathematician. 60, 70% of his base salary in overtime as somebody who works for pistol permits, a 9-to-5 position? Come on, that's a real question. That's something we need to get to the bottom of. We need to. Oh, you brought a billboard truck to his house. Of course I did. I own a billboard truck because of corruption, because of tyranny and corruption. Because when I rented one, they subpoenaed the billboard truck company And the billboard truck company said, nope, we're not dealing with this anymore. We're scared. You know, they're investigating a felony here. We're scared. And they accomplished that goal. They will do anything they can to silence us. So I raised money with each and every one of you, and I put my own money, and I took out loans, and I did what I had to do, and now I own a billboard truck. And that's how we're going to hold it. And I'm going to put it to good use. I'm going to expose tyranny and corruption wherever I find it. So again, this Friday is my rant on felony voyeurism, criminal trespassing, and breach of the peace. My attorney is Steven Seeger. Look him up. He represented me before. There's a lot of good attorneys in Connecticut. There's one that's handling my lawsuit against Sergeant Fahey right now, Alex Talbis, great attorney. But I trust Steven Seeger. I've worked with him before. Again, the best of the best you can get in Connecticut. And I was only able to afford it because of each and every one of you, for me and my cameraman. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. When we come together, they can't beat us, ladies and gentlemen. This Friday, 9 a.m. at the New London Superior Court. There's 2 different addresses. I will leave the one to the address where I will be. It will be recorded. Local news media has requested to record the arraignment, so it will be on camera for everybody to see if you can't make it. I will be live streaming outside of the courthouse. I'll be bringing T-shirts for as many people as I possibly can, so we can protest this. Not only does Fahey need to be fired and prosecuted, and sign the petition. That's in the description right now. Sign the petition. If you're watching this right now, hit the like button, share this video, and share the petition. Sign it and share it. We are almost at 50,000 signatures last time I checked. Closing in on 50,000 signatures. You know, at the end of the day, we want Fahey held accountable, right? He hasn't been held accountable this whole time. We want him held accountable in a court of law. We want him to lose his job. He doesn't deserve to put on that badge and to have a gun. But more importantly, we need to dismiss the state's attorney, Paul Narducci of New London, Connecticut, needs to dismiss the felony charges and misdemeanor charges against me and my cameraman. It needs to get done. It needs to take place. That's an injustice. That is the state of Connecticut government spitting in my face yet again if they keep pursuing these charges against me. And they can do it. They can do it. The trauma that, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. You run on adrenaline, you know, everything is brand new. But when I thought about it, I'm like, I could have died. I could have died. He could have killed me. He spat in my face. I could have HIV. I don't know what his status is. I'm sure he's not going to share any test results with me. This is serious. This is serious. What if I give something to my wife? I can't. You know what? There's so many implications here. My cameraman's in therapy. He just went to therapy. He's traumatized over this. He's just a young kid with no criminal record, nothing. I just paid him just to be my cameraman like any good journalist would. There's got to be accountability. There's got to be justice. And I'm calling on the state's attorney, Paul Narducci. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you for everybody who gave a super chat. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But I'm calling on the state's attorney, Paul Narducci, to do the right thing and dismiss all the charges against me. Felony voyeurism, criminal trespassing, breach of the peace. Decline to prosecute it. Give me some justice. Give we the people some justice. Thank you all. I appreciate all your support. I will be going live later today at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned to the channel for that. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Long Island Audit. Peace.